In this video, you will see the demonstration of the Network Traffic Sensor and Analyzer NTSA tool developed within the context of the Stop-It project. Among the main aspects that we can highlight for this tool, we have the following. First, NTSA is able to model the regular behavior of the network using unsupervised machine learning algorithms. After the model is created, we compare it with the network's traffic from the monitor infrastructure in real time. Any event falling outside the model's boundaries will be considered an anomaly. Anomalous events are displayed in a CM environment as errors or warnings. It is possible to correlate events coming from multiple layers. NTSA identifies anomalies on the network traffic, for instance, anomalous IP addresses, port numbers, protocols, etc. And most importantly, NTSA improves detection and analysis. The NTSA monitors network traffic that takes place in the managed infrastructure together with logs generated by applications of interest to accurately detect in real time anomalies that might represent attacks to the infrastructure. It uses machine learning such as the one-class SVM to create a model of the regular communications that take place in the network. It creates boundaries that regroup all normal observations. Therefore, any new observation falling outside these boundaries will be automatically considered an anomaly. The tool uses real legitimate datasets to create the model and can be tested in real time. Preliminary results show a promising approach that uses multiple features to detect anomalous IP addresses in the target infrastructure. The NTSA is composed of several modules to capture, parse, and analyze the network traffic as depicted in the figure and can be used in different modes such as clean, capture, train, predict, monitor, and exit. In order to create a model, the NTSA must use a dataset containing network traffic with some of the following features. Number of incoming or outgoing connections from or to or between servers running the applications. Size of the packets sent and received. Duration of the connections established between the servers or between clients and servers. Source, destination IP addresses, and port of the connections. Information related to the protocol or application relevant for modeling its behavior, such as URL or function invoking by the user, recovered from the application logs monitored, and many other input data. Once the model is created, the user can run the tool and select Predict from the menu. Now, regarding the output, the results of the NTSA are stored in the output file located inside the LADS folder. There will be one file per analysis per day. If more than one analysis is performed during the same day, the latest output file will overwrite the previous one. The output is a list of warnings and/or errors that indicate the following abnormal events: an error, an unknown detected IP or any kind of abnormal observation, or a warning, a detected IP that has not been modeled. Before running the tool, we need to configure the network interface, update the IP address, and configure the communication with the syslog. To run NTSA, you must locate inside LADS folder and run the following command: python 3 main.py. The NTSA tool will process the information and provide the following service modes to continue. So you have options like clean, capture, train, predict, monitor, and exit. If the model is already created, so we don't need to train the tool, what we can do is just to select Predict. A message indicating the evaluating sample and the elapsed time will show that the NTSA has completed the analysis. The output file is automatically shared with the XLCM that will show in this dashboard the events and correlated alarms associated. We can just click Exit to get out of this application and to close it. Now, why choosing NTSA? So there are many advantages that we can associate to the use of the NTSA. For instance, the tool works in real time. The NTSA builds a model of the regular network behavior. The analysis process is fast. Generally, it takes just a couple of seconds. You can detect which IP addresses have abnormal connections with your system. The NTSA is connected with a CM system for further analysis. You will have a visibility of the events occurring in your infrastructure. And last but not least, it helps administrators to improve detection of complex attacks in your infrastructure. Now, let's see a real demo of this tool. So we have here the interface, just virtual machine that contains the tool. What we can do is to get inside the LADS folder, which means a live anomaly detection system. And then here we will just run the main.py command. And so for that we just write Python 3 main.py and we enter. Now we have several options. Like I said before, we can select train if we want to just train the algorithm just to generate a model. But since the model is already trained, we are going to just hit Predict, and all the options that will appear, we are just going to accept them all. And then, as you can see, in 1 second, we have obtained all the results. So we can exit just to have access to the output. And what we can do is just to get inside the output folder, and we will see different files. So all of them with a date. So today is July the 7th, and then we are going to check what is inside this output file. Now, as you can see here, we have a series of messages, error and warning messages that are indicating an IP address, an IP source, IP destination, and we have also a message. So there are some abnormal observations or some warnings that saying that the IP was not modeled. So all this information, including protocols and IP source and IP destination, is going to be sent to the XLCM. This is actually an agent of the XLCM that is providing input data so that we can process it and we can reduce the false positive rates, and we can actually provide alarms with more accurate information, and that can be correlated with other data coming from the system. So for any information that you can have or any extra detail that you may have, you can contact us and we will be very happy to answer your questions. Thank you for your attention.